10 seconds remaining.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the YPC SKADII, our
5
Dota 2
seconds
tournament.
remaining.
Currently we are having 7 teams enrolled in this group stage, and for tonight's game we have Team Maggie Kari fighting Team Overdue.
Radiant team pick.
On the Radiant side, for Team Maggie Kari, they've already chosen 2 of their supports, Jakiro and the Wiz Doctor. Whereas for Team Overdue, they decided to go for one of their supports, which is the Ogre Magi, and most likely the offlane Tide Hunter. And for Maggie Kari, they've chosen the Centaur War Runner. A very excellent hero for using the ultimate to just help them to get in or to get out very, very quickly. And is very, very good for engaging in fights or just to escape any dicey situations in the. And it's a global cast range as well, as it's affecting all their teammates.
Remaining.
As we're looking at the bans here, it seems that
team pick.
Maggie Kari has decided to ban out the Juggernaut and also the Lifestealer. They really do not want to deal with any of these magic immune heroes. And for Team Overdue, they have chosen the Lion. They have a considerable amount of stuns and disables here. And Lion with the ultimate, they can just easily burst down a hero, especially the Wiz Doctor or even a Jakiro. He should be able to make easy work after that. Tide Hunter being a popular pick in this series as well, being one of the best heroes to be able to rush the Helm, the Valadimir's into the upgraded item, and also providing the Ravage, which is amazing in just the team fights alone, and able to provide enough windows for the carry to just right click any of the opposing team. From the look of it, both teams have really good team fight already. Now it's just a matter of taking down the towers. I think that's one thing that Team Overdue is somewhat lacking. Both teams have yet to reveal their mid as well as their carry. It is Team Overdue's turn to pick, and they will choose the Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker is a really niche hero, especially with the Rupture. Being able to just stop the tracks of the enemy hero. Should they choose to move, they just lose more HP and it's pure damage over the distance traveled. But the easy counter to that is just to TP out, provided that they have enough disables. Ogre, Magi, and Lion, if they are able to maybe save one of their disables to prevent the enemy from TPing out, then they would just be able to hold one of them in place.
Monkey King.
And Maggie Kari decided to go with one of their trademark heroes, the Monkey King. MK going with MK. A very annoying yet versatile hero to deal with in the lane, and also a very strong mid-game hero.
5 seconds remaining.
Now the Bloodseeker depends if the lanes are going really well. The Bloodseeker is also able to benefit from the Bloodthirst, which allows him to just speed through any lane or any terrain, depending on how low the enemy heroes are, especially if they go down below the 40% threshold, and that allows the Bloodseeker to just be able to move a lot faster, and even going past the game settings, the game limit of 522 movement speed, he's just able to go up to even 1000 if all the other heroes are on very, very low HP. And not only that, if they are really low HP, it also grants Team Overdue's team the ability to have true sight of any of the low HP heroes. For the Monkey King, they would prefer if all the enemy heroes are staying within his Wukong's command, the ultimate. And for that, they probably need more lockdown than just Jakiro or even a Wiz Doctor. And here Team Overdue decides to ban out this I can't remember what the name of this hero is, but it's gonna be really annoying in the hands of maybe the mid Little Giant might be able to play that hero if
5
he uses it,
seconds
and that's gonna go out of control if he does get a
team
lot of
pick.
space to be able to farm out the lanes, and there'll be a lot of split pushing after that. Maggie Kari decides to ban out the Death Prophet, understanding that now that Team Overdue pretty much lack
10 seconds
a
remaining.
mid hero, maybe a mid or even a carry, someone that's decently good at pushing.
5
Maybe
seconds remaining.
the Terrorblade might be a good pick here. If let's say they put the Bloodseeker mid, and the Terrorblade is able to go on the bottom lane, that would be able to solve their pushing problems and also be able to take team fights really well with the right click damage from the Terrorblade. Other than that, Team Overdue, they're using down 15 seconds of their reserve time, cutting it close,
Radiant
and they
team pick.
decide to go with the Void Spirit. An excellent choice for the mid, very versatile and elusive hero, also able to cut the backlines and at later stages of the game even able to silence and be able to just dish out a lot of burst damage with the Astro Step.
10 seconds remaining.
A very, very magic intensive
5
kind of lineup from
seconds
Team
remaining.
Overdue, and also very war centric. They're gonna try to take team fights first before they probably try to take down towers. Whereas for Maggie, Kari are playing more of the late game lineup with as they last picked the Alchemist. They should be able to go greedy here, provided that they are able to survive the wars. And here, Little Giant decides to take up the Alchemist. This is probably a mid lane Alchemist with the Jigsaw on Monkey King. That's going to be a carry Monkey King. And I'm not familiar with Team Overdue's lineup yet. But we'll see how they're going to play or lane their lanes. But there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have our first game of tonight between Maggie, Kari, and Team Overdue. Hope it's gonna give us a lot of kills and fights, and we're gonna witness quite a number of very good plays as well from both sides of the team. And already the voice chat wheels are coming out from both sides
Prepare for battle.
as they all just dish out their war cries, and there we go, we're off. So playing the Alchemist Little Giant, he's going to go to the mid lane most probably, the offlaner Captain IOC1 on the Centaur Warrunner, and we have Coco on the Jakiro playing the support. And also, where is that Monkey King? Oh, there he is, disguising himself as a little courier, but he is the true hero himself. It is the Monkey King played by Jigsaw. And last but not least, it's Mata Sepet with playing the Witch Doctor, one of his comfort heroes in this tournament. And Captain Carlos playing the Bloodseeker. Next we have Devil playing the Void Spirit, and then
30
Mamron
seconds
on
to
the Lion. Decided to give each other a high five. And on the Tidehunter, not even close, baby, playing the off lane. And the Ogre, last but not least, is Weeble. So both teams are already managing to find a D-Ward. Coco gets the 100 gold and immediately gets a tip from Little Giant.
The battle
And they are
begins.
posturing to try to secure this rune. Might be able to get it easily. And it's a 2 for 2. Bounty runes being picked up. No casualties, as their heroes scatter off to their lanes respectively. Nice block over there by Little Giant. Then Little Devil is gonna just pull the lane a bit to grant him some trip equilibrium. On the bottom lane, they're pinging out the courier, which happens to just be the Monkey King himself. This is gonna be a little bit of a tough lane now that the Tide Hunter is pretty good against a melee hero such as even the Monkey King himself. And amazing. It seems like Maggie Kari is able to deward both the observer wards of Team Overdue. So on the side of Team Overdue, they're probably blindsided right now with zero vision of the observer wards from their side, as Maggie Kari is able to just nicely figure out where they might potentially put the observer wards. Jigsaw having a little bit of trouble, but that shouldn't stop him from just farming the lane himself. Bottom lane though, Jason allowing Coco to just get the final hit onto the Lion. A little bit too close, and he's just too slow to get out there alive. First blood going in the way of Coco to Maggie Kari. Little Devil already picking up the bottle. And here Mata Sepa tries to pull the creeps. Will he be successful? That's half a creep wave. Weebu trying to disrupt it. The Soul Ring already coming out for the Alchemist.
I'll take that.
That should allow him to just be able to spam the acid spray more comfortably. And the sooner he sits is level 6, he would be sitting in a very nice pool of HP regen to be able to sustain that Soul Ring usage. In terms of Q potential, it seems like Devil has sustained quite a number of damage in the mid lane. Not something that I would expect.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And already a Radiant fortification coming out. With the bottle, both sides would be able to take one each.
Dire's courier has been killed.
The courier being picked up at the top lane. And would the Witch Doctor Mata Sepet be able to pay with his life? No, he will get away scot-free after taking that courier, and good thing the center wall runner played by Aoxiwa is able to just come in and stop the advances of Carlos Pollo and Weebu. Not even close. Baby is sitting on 50% HP. There's a stun coming up from Namron, and after that Jigsaw is just gonna punish.
Middle is missing.
Stun going up, double. With the Maledict in place, they might be able to finish him off if there's... Oh, it's a pretty weak Maledict anyway. He should be able to survive this. One more tick, is it enough? Ah, so close! Just by a sliver of HP, there's 10 HP in total. Then after that he is able to survive, and now he's using the healing salve to just get back alive.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Little Giant decides to go against taking up the bottle. Instead, he's just gonna straight rush for the Radiance. Right after that, he's already queuing it up in his inventory. At the top lane, however, the Blood, right, it manages to connect onto both the Maggie Kari heroes. They'll try to run away, but the Thirst is already taking an effect, and they're not able to catch up to Carlos. Instead, Ioxiwa decides to pay it with his life by using the double edge, and it might just end up in a chaos right here, a 1-for-1 trade. But the Witch Doctor is not able to get out in time, and it ends up in 2 losses for the side of Maggie Kari. Carlos Boyo being the last man standing in this lane. Now we see the value of the Thirst right here that allows him to just run even faster and not allow the center Warrunner to get on top of him. Bottom lane though, Jingu Mastery being hexed. If he aims this right, he would be able to get a kill onto the Tide Hunter, and there it is, not even close, baby. He decides to take the dip into the ocean. That's Monkey King. Lands the bouncer strike really nicely. We see a mid lane rotation. Devil has decided to pop himself up, and he has taken out Mata Sapet on the Wiz Doctor. Very nice and clean, swift execution, and he will walk back to the mid lane after that. And knowing that Ioxiwa is now left alone, they're gonna try to zone him out of the lane if at best. Are they able to kill him? I don't think so. And Carlos right now just try to zone him out. A little bit more mana and he should be able to get the Rupture off. Instead, it seems like Namron is way too far behind the backlines in no man's land, and Jason is just gonna murder him down. One more hit and that would be able to seal the deal. No, that's not enough. Thank goodness the courier is still alive, otherwise the Jingu Mastery wearing out after that. And they will get a kill onto Namron, the Lion, for being out of position in that lane. And now they're gonna do the same to not even close, baby. 1, 2, 3. Is it enough? Not enough. But maybe the Jingu Mastery. Oh, Boundless Strike doesn't connect. Oh, it does connect, but it's not enough to finish the job. Lion trying to make something happen. Thinking about it. He's going up. Now we see a little bit of rotations right now that we're approaching the 9-minute mark.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And the Stampede being used. They're gonna try to stop and save the the Wiz Doctor. Mata Sapet is able to just nicely clean that up. And Ioxiwa grabbing a kill onto Weebu. Ultimate being used. The combo coming out, and Alchemist should be able to get out there scot-free. Coco even teleporting in just to be a little bit of insurance in case that gank is able to pull off. Crisis averted. And we see rotations from both sides. But they're not done yet. In fact, Lion has decided to re-engage, and Coco, he is in a bit of trouble. There is the magic stick just being used up, and he will make it out of there alive. If he's not too careful, Devil might just decide to go back in and finish the job that he once started. Oh, on the top side, however, it seems that Rupture has already been used onto the Mata Sapet Wiz Doctor, and as a result, Carlos Boyo able to nab 1 kill of that.
Invisibility.
We'll take that.
Lion tipping out, and he's decided to go to the bottom. Gotta get back his levels in order to get the sweet ultimate. Alexiwa on the center wall runner already picked up the
Dire's top
Hood of
tower is
Defiance,
under attack.
making him a pretty tanky against the lineup of magic casters, especially from Team Overdue, who are heavily dependent on magic damage at the starting of the game. Where's Doctor? Being a little bit cheeky, being one of the trees. Alchemist just having a lot of fun in the jungle, and he will teleport back to the mid lane in order to continue that farm. Jisun spots out Namron. Lion is pretty much stuck at where he is, and he is in a lot of trouble, and in fact the ultimate from Jakiro is even going to secure that. Not even close, baby. You may decide to use the Ravage. Yes, he will, but it will cost him his life, and a little bit too late. In fact, will Carlos be able to clean up the crew? In fact, no, he will just pay with his life, and that will contribute to a 4-man wipe by Team Overdue. But instead, here comes Devil. Is he gonna make it? He will use his last Astro Step, and he will try to make his way away slowly but surely. Yes, he might. Nice dodge there with the Astro Step, but instead it will result in a team wipe of Team Overdue. Tips coming out from Jisun. It's a 5-0, and in fact it has gone south in so many ways that now Maggie Kari has a advantage of 7k gold swinging over to their side.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Maggie Kari had so much more vision and advantage in that area, especially with the Monkey King using his tree dance. Able to have the vision over the trees, and Lion is not able to juke anything out of that.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Where's Doctor? Team Overdue now playing a little bit more defensive, understanding that they are on the losing end of the team fights.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Not even close, baby has already queued up the Blink Dagger into its inventory, and he might be able to read that in say about 4 more minutes of decent farm. In the mid lane, however, they're trying to go on Devil, and even the center war chief using the Stampede, and they're not able to find him, but instead they will find the others. Weebu already taking a lot of damage. Captain IOCY has already eaten the finger, and the Witch Doctor Smarter Sepa is letting go. Instead, he will trade a 1-for-1 between the Ogre and himself. And now they're gonna try to escape as much as they could, but Coco, where is he trying to go? Instead, the Rupture is being used onto the center war chief. Nice. Ice Path onto that, try to stop the tracks of it, and he will be able to get out of there safely with a TP. Coco even tried to take the regen rune to stop them from using it, but instead he will end up losing his life. And will he? Will he? Yes, he will, as Carlos Pollo is able to secure that kill with his thirst, giving him the granted boost, bonus movement speed. So Maggie Kari losing one of their cores. Sorry. 2 of their supports, and trading for 1 of the support from Team Overdue. Excellent ice path right there by Coco to be able to just buy enough time for Ioxiwa, the Centaur War Runner, to just TP out safely, even though he was being ruptured. All this while, however, we're seeing the little giant on the Alchemist just happily farming away, and now he's the top in net worth in terms of 10k gold. Bottom lane, Namron decides to already use the Voodoo, the Hex on him. And they're gonna spot out Coco hiding in the tree lines, but decide not to attack anyway. The Ice Path is just gonna whiff.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Mid lane, however, Ioxiwa trying to pull the creep lane away. And that will be able to buy enough damage onto the mid lane tower. Understanding that there is a siege creep involved, this will put enough pressure And maybe the Central War Runner has completed his ultimate. Even the Witch Doctor letting go of the Death Ward, able to secure 2 kills at bottom, nicely executed. We're seeing that the Global has been able to provide assistance to the bottom lane, and Maggie Kari able to secure with enough of their damage onto Team Overdue that Ravage was not even committed to break up the fight. Weebu and Devil decides to muster a bottom and try to salvage whatever is left there, and instead they'll get the Ice Path onto Weebu. Waiting on the backlines, Mata Sepet spots out Weebu, and here we're seeing the team being TP'd bottom. There are 4 gathering at bottom already. Seems like there's gonna be a fight breakout anytime soon. Understanding that these 2 teams, they love to fight. And we see Ioxiwa already posturing onto the backlines, and he will try to go in. As we see an engagement already starting off on mid. The Ravage already committing and hitting onto 3 people, and instead the Finger landing on the Jigsaw, not able to finish the job. The Death Ward flying out already, but he is stopped by Weebu instead. But on the backline, Little Giant decides to join the fight, and he will take him out. Last man standing is Carlos Royale, able to finish off the Jigsaw Monkey King, but instead he is left alone to his own demise, and that will result in a full team wipe again. Maggie Kari literally just stampeding over Overdue.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
With a 1.5k
Dire's
gold
bottom
swing
tower
after
is
the
under
team
attack.
wipe. Now Maggie Kari is sitting in a comfortable area of 16,000 gold lead. Initiation onto the mid. Ioxiwa landing a nice stun, but Devil is able to easily just disseminate away. A very excellent dodge over there, and that will break up the chain lock from Maggie Kari's advances. Now we see Maggie Kari trying to push a bit more of the offense now that they are controlling the majority part of the map, as they've taken down all the tier 1 towers from Overdue team. Using the ice path, trying to buy some time, and that will allow the Coco to safely de-ward both the Observer and the Sentry ward from Team Overdue.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Ice path landing onto Carlos Boyle, just to scare him away. As we see that Maggie Kari is posturing to pressure both the mid and also the bottom lane.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Both teams are doing the tango dance as they're trying to mirror each other's movements and hiding in the tree lines. Ioxiwa landing the stun onto Namron. Namron using the Hex to try to run away, but instead gets caught by the paralyzing cast, and now will be chased down by Ioxiwa with 2 more hits, and it will be finished up by Maledict from Matasapet. In the top lane, Ioxiwa, can he land the stun one more time? There's a 1 second cooldown. He would be able to use it right now, and instead of Ravage decides to pop it up and break the fight, but then Team Overdue just melts under the flame of the Macropyre from Jakiro. There's just too much AoE damage coming out from Maggie Kari. Into Stampede. And especially the Macropyre and also Dual Breath. Just contributing so much damage. But instead we see a lot of damage being dished out by the Alchemist himself. In fact, the Acid Spray and also the Unstable Concoction is able to just give enough control in the AoE stun and the damage coming out from Alchemist.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Aoxiwa has been landing quite a very nice amount of stuns in his plays recently, and that has allowed them to take a lot of team fights very nicely. And in fact, what did I just miss? Did they just take the bottom fight? Where did he die? In fact, it seems like Devil was just defending the bottom lane alone, and now Little Giant able to spot up. He blinks in and is able to just solo take out Namron on the Lion, having vision at the bottom lane. What is Namron doing over there? All by his lonesome. And here we're seeing a pause coming out from Maggie Kari. Not even close, baby already has the dagger, but we're yet to see a very game-changing Ravage. That's the miracle that they need. So even with the Ravage, they don't really have the damage to just follow up and deal that much to finish up the job. And now Jigsaw going on to not even close, baby. Just gonna poke at him, and they will retreat.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Aoxiwa just doing his thing, pushing out the off lanes. Team Overdue pretty much knows that they can't really kill a war runner, and in fact, they will just go on to Namron, and the BKB has already been popped by Carlos Foil, and he will try to use the Blood Right to try to stop their advances. Ice Path not gonna connect onto anyone, and they'll just get the fight. Oh. Not even close, decides to defensively use the blink to run away. Even though he has the Ravage, but decides to not use against it, knowing that they are down by one person.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
So Maggie Kari will happily take all the tier 2 towers right now. And now they are gonna knock on the door of the tier 3s.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
This might be the chance for Team Overdue to have a comeback. A very nice Ravage to start the team fight, perhaps. But where are they gonna get the damage? Who are they gonna focus on? The Alchemist is already hard enough to kill. Devil just using Dissimulate for no reason, and he will be thrown an Unstable Concoction by Little Giant, and with that they will be able to just whack down the tower, already down to 30% HP. Little Giant already popping his Alchemist, Chemical Rage, and he'll just slam, and there it is. Now the top lane is being left naked. An initiation by Not Even Close, baby, with a beautiful Ravage connecting onto 3 heroes, and then we have the Stampede to counter initiate, and after that we have the MK using his ultimate. They're able to secure the kill onto Not Even Close, baby. And Objective Gaming, Little Giant being ruptured, he will just continue to whack away at the barracks. And oh, Ioxia managing to just double S the Namron. And they do get the Ice Path onto Devil, and it is enough to just finish him off. with the nice DOT and MK landing onto nothing, they will go on and finish up the lane of racks. Maggie Kari losing nothing, gaining everything else. And they're looking to reinitiate again. They have the hold onto Carlos Pollo. Boundless strike. Even the Death Ward being thrown. But a beautiful paralyzing cast managing to catch onto both Weebu and not even close baby. They are able to just get away scot-free. But because of that, Weebu has paid with his life. And they're being thrown back to the fountain.
Dire's middle tower.
Maggie Kari isn't done yet. They're just gonna continue pushing. Trying to force the buyback from Team Overdue, but they decide not to buyback at all. Instead, they will lose another lane of racks. Nothing's gonna stop them, they're just gonna keep on going. With no Ravage in sight, Bloodseeker still yet to respawn in another 5 seconds. This might be it. This is probably game. Glyph of Fortification already being used. Little Giant has used his unstable Chemical Rage, and then he will blink out just to avoid the Blood Right. And Irotiba already blinking in, but able to catch onto Devil. Devil might be able to lose his life because of how Tofu he is, and as a result he is therefore being thrown and finish off not even close baby, and as collateral, even Weebu falls down to that. BKB popped, but it's not enough to stop the little bashes from Little Giant. Boundless Strike not hitting onto anyone, and now the Fountain is the only protector of these heroes from coming in. And Little Giant will lose his life, but not before he finishes the life of Namron in his own Fountain. Finally see a buyback from Tidehunter. He has a Ravage connecting onto 1, 2, just 2 heroes, and after that, that is the end of game number 1, and falling into the victory of the hands of Maggie Kari in a very convincing manner as well, with a 36k gold lead and a 35 to 9. The gold graph and experience draft has always been in the favor of Maggie Kari. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is game 1. We'll take a 10-minute break and we'll see you all again in the next game between Maggie Kari and Team Overdue for game 2.